Episode 4, here we go. Young China, former closer, has left our squad ahead of the Doosan Bears. In return, we get Here we go. Welcome back to episode number 5. Let's quickly check out what happened last episode. We lost opening day by a score of 3-0 to the SSG Landers. We are ready to get straight into the season. So let's get simulating a little bit first as we do a little mini recap. A rough start for the offense, I think, and hope we'll get it going. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Got the Lotte Giants on hand. Park Seung is getting ready to face us. We are currently 1-1. Let's simulate a little bit. And Kim Wee-jip is out for 4 days. He's been diagnosed with some hamstring tendonitis. So this is not a good start to our season. Luckily, it's only a short-term injury. Kim Wee-jip is injured. So we're going to take care of that. And let's fix it up a bit right now. Not looking good here as our captain, superstar infielder Park Min-woo, has been diagnosed with knee tendonitis. He is out for 4 weeks, just about a month long. Another big time injury, but this one is more longer term. So this is going to be a big issue for us. Let's see how we're going to manage all these injuries. Hopefully, we can get the team healthy and get going on the season. He is batting .428. He does have, through 8 games, he does have 14 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. So his walk-to-strikeout ratio is pretty good. An unfortunate start to the season for our squad. Let's see if he can play through it, hopefully. Because he's one of our highest-paid players, and we need him to be out there on the field as our captain, day in and day out. The injuries just don't continue to stop, as now out for 2 days. Luckily, it's just day-to-days as our quarter outfielder Kwon Hui-dong. Let's quickly check out the lineup now. Looks like Park Min-woo might be able to play through, but Kim Wee-jip is not. So we have to manage this around. Kwon Hui-dong batting .370. Park Min-woo batting .424 with Kim Wee-jip batting over .300 himself as our number 5 hitter. Not looking good to start off the season. That is 3 big-time injuries. Luckily, 2 of them are looking like they can play through, and 2 of them are also short-term. So maybe, just maybe, we can get through this. But still, not a good look nonetheless. Alright, so let's get working on this lineup now. We're going to slide out Kim Wee-jip, of course, as he is injured. I'm thinking we should slide Park Si-won, and I do like his game. He's a young outfielder. But if we do that, we're going to have to move some stuff around as he's an outfielder, not an infielder. I'm thinking that we can move him to the outfield and left field, Park Si-won, that is. We can maybe move Kwon Hui-dong to DH, which would slide Min-woo, who is a bit injured, back to second base where he normally plays. We did try to rest him, but we can't really anymore. And I'm thinking that Soho Cho might have to slide over to first base. So I think that's what we're gonna do at this point. So I think that's our best bet for right now. Alright, let's make our side for the lefties as well. Now we're gonna do something pretty similar, but I think on the other hand we're gonna let Park Young-gul play instead of Park Si-won, given he is a right-handed hitter, not a lefty. He has not played so well in limited at-bats so far this season, but maybe he can do well against lefties. So we're going to try to move that around a little bit. That's what I'm up against righties right now. Park Si-won's going to bat 7th in limited game action. He's batting .250, but that's only very few at-bats, so we're not too worried about that. Hopefully, we can get our former second-round draft pick, first overall in the second round, that is, a couple years back. And this is Park Young-gul, who's going to be batting 6th for us against lefties. So this is our lineup for lefties and righties. I think that's how we're going to roll out. Overall, it's not the worst-case scenario. We got to wait a couple days, and then Kim Wee-jip should be back available for us to play. Hopefully, Min-woo doesn't get more injured. Hopefully, no one else gets injured. But for right now, this is not worst-case scenario. But we've had to deal with some injury crisis. Let's get simulating a little bit, though. But I think overall we might be okay. We're facing the Kiwoom Heroes now. They're going to send out Ha Young-min, who has a 4.5 ERA. Imchan Kyu just got the W against us. We are currently 3-5. The Twins are 7-1. Interesting start for the LG Twins. They're playing good ball. Shout out to them. So let's get simulating a little bit right now as I quickly find out how to do this. If we could turn up the standings, let's quickly check that out first. So we are 3-5. The Twins, as mentioned, 71 in first place. The Wizards playing well. The Lions are 1-6 and in last place, but the Eagles just above them at 2-6. An interesting table here is the Heroes are in fourth place. Shout out to them. But this is how the table looks. And I think this is interesting, but let's get simulating. Hopefully we can heal up a little bit. All right, here we go. It is time to simulate a little bit. On accident, I simmed only one day instead of a week. So now let's try to sim for a full week. Hopefully move up the table a little bit. Okay, we're in sixth place. As Pakondu won a Player of the Week award, that is what we like to see. So us up at a 6 consecutive game hit streak. That is also great news for us to hear. As we jump up the table just a little bit, we are now just outside of the playoff picture. So that is good. We are 7-7 now with a -8 run differential and a 1-game win streak. We won 5 out of our last 10. So that is a good last couple games, especially dealing with some injuries. We should be able to get Kim Wee-Jip back into the squad now, into our lineup. So with that being said, let's work on the lineup a little bit, and then we can continue to simulate a little bit more. Interestingly enough, our captain, Park Min-woo, that's noted with the knee tendonitis as previously mentioned, but it says it's only day-to-day, although it said he was out for a month, so we'll see how that goes. But a week later, he's been diagnosed with now a sore knee. Luckily, it says he will not miss additional time. Chae Jung is now injured, apparently. I did not catch that, as we're going to be able to put Kim Wee-Jip back into the lineup at least, but looks like Min-woo's able to play injured, but Chae Jung looks like he is not able to play injured. So this is a very rough moment for us, as our big-time free agent acquisition is going to be unable to play. Hopefully it's not too long-term of an injury, but now we're going to have to manage this. On the bright side, Kim Wee-Jip can play third base for us, but Chae Jung, our slugger, who's only batting .281, which is fair. It's not bad at all for him. He has shoulder subluxation. I've never heard of that in my life. He's day to day, maybe out for a week. Thankfully, it is not long term, but at least now let's try to work on the lineup a little bit. Kim Wee-Jip looks like he is ready to come back. We're going to bat and clean up in the meantime, in between time, while Chae Jung rests up just a bit. He'll be going back to third base where he used to play. Unless we want to slide, I think we'll slide Soho Cho there, actually. Let's keep him back at first base. Soho Cho, our good utility infielder, is going to slide over to third base in the meantime, in between time. And that's what we're going to do now with our lefties and righties. We're just going to move it up a little bit, but overall it's pretty much the same. We're just going to move Kim Wee-Jip temporarily into the cleanup hole. Hopefully, no more injuries now. All right, let's get simulating a little bit more now to next week. And Park Se-hyuk has an elbow sprain. He will be out for 6 weeks. We haven't even got simming for a second, it feels like. Another injury pops up as our backup catcher, Park Se-hyuk, is now out for 6 weeks. We might just let him sit on the bench and just try to roll out with Kim Young-joon day in, day out. I don't know. I mean, this is rough. We don't got much catching depth in our system. I don't want to send any trades going right now after a big-time offseason we just had. But let's get something a little bit more. We're just going to hopefully not have any more injuries. Let's quickly check out the lineup, how we're doing. Kim Wee-Jip is doing well. Kim Young-joon's batting average has dropped a bit. That's okay. He's just a slugger, which is perfect for that 5 slot. We don't need batting average. We got batting average ahead of him and behind him. Let's quickly check out how Chae Jung's looking. He's still injured, so we're going to have to wait a little bit more for him, as we didn't get simulating too much after that injury popped up. Their rotation is looking interesting. The 2 top guys, Logan Allen, Chaewon Tae, are doing all right. They're holding it down. But the 3 young guns are not. Also, one big-time acquisition is doing well. Roo Jin-hyuk and Kim Si-yoon are not. But Shin Min-hyuk has been tremendous for us, as well as Song Myung-gi, surprisingly enough, I will admit. So shout out to the couple guys in the pitching staff that's doing well, as we are 7-8. Our ERA is 6.06, which is easily in last place, but our batting average is ranking third at 324, which brings us at a -11 run differential. 4 games back at the top. We are 7-8. We have won 4 out of our last 10, and we're on a 1-game losing streak. Not the worst case given their injuries to start the season. Hopefully we can get right and get tight and get the season going now, as our guys hopefully heal up on the quicker hand and we can move up the table hopefully. So, with that being said, let's get straight simulating a bit more. All right, so now let's sim a bit more into the season. Hopefully, never mind, we cannot get things going. As Chae Jung, oh my gosh, no way. Chae Jung's been diagnosed with a fractured ankle now. Oh my. He's out for 3 months. Absolutely unbelievable. As our big time superstar offseason signing is now out for the long term. He's going to have to place on the 60-day IL and still miss more time after that. 3 months for our highest paid player. This is not a good look at all for our squad. He has 3 home runs through 14 games on the season, 500 plus slugging for each of his bunch. He's pretty much 500 easy to start off. He had a slow start and is playing injured a little bit, and he was still at 509 slugging. He's a big time slugger. This is a big time loss for us. Let's see what we're going to do, but I don't know what we're going to do at this point. All right, but checking out our minor squad. Kim Young-bo, it can play in the infield, youngster, 24 years old, batting .347 in the Futures League. I said that we bring him up. He has more walks than strikeouts, which is always good to see. So I think that he's going to play a bench role for us. We're going to trust him. He could play second, third, and short, which is also helpful. Let's bring up the youngster. Hopefully he doesn't see too much action, quite frankly. But we're going to trust him. Maybe he'll step up. So we'll have to trust him. He's one of ours, so we're going to have to believe in him. Hopefully off the bench he can do his job, and it's been a rough start to the season, that's for sure. Here we go. Let's simulate just a bit more now. Kim Young-bo has been called up. Chae Jung has been unfortunately injured. Let's get things on the right track now. Hopefully get guys healthy and get things going, as Chae Won-tae has been diagnosed with shoulder inflammation. He'll be out for about 5 weeks. Our free agent class, we signed some vets, we paid some big money, and our big signings are now all out for over a month long. This is not looking good. I say this is it for episode 5. Hopefully find a better luck for episode 6. What do you guys think? If we start to fall apart in the standings as we get closer to the midseason, do we sell some of the guys and try to go into a rebuild? Or do we try to pile it on, send out all of our assets, and hopefully try to continue making a push back into the playoffs? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for episode 6.